The Lonely Prince. In the great kingdom of Umuzu, there lived a young prince named Obi. He had everything: gold, servants, and a fine palace decorated with bright Ankara curtains and carvings of lions. But Prince Obi was not happy. Many women came to him with smiles, but he knew they loved his crown, not his heart. One night, while the moon shone like silver, the prince sat under the old baobab tree and said to himself, "I want a woman who will love me, not my riches." So he decided to leave the palace and live among the people, dressed like a poor man. The prince became a poor man. Prince Obi removed his fine robes and put on an old Ankara cloth. He carried a small calabash and walked out of the palace gate at dawn. No one knew who he was, for his royal face was now covered with dust and sweat. He went from village to village, helping farmers weed their yam fields and carrying water for old women. Everyone thought he was just a kind but poor traveler. Yet his heart was full of peace, for he finally felt free from the eyes of the palace. The Maiden of the River. One day, Obi went to the river to fetch water. There he met a young maiden named Adiaze, who was washing her mother's clothes. She wore a bright Ankara wrapper and sang a song so sweet that birds stopped flying to listen. When Obi greeted her, she smiled kindly, but did not treat him like a beggar. She offered him water to drink and told him stories of her late father, a hunter who taught her to be humble and brave. From that day, Obi's heart began to dance for Adiaze. Love tested by hardship. Days turned to weeks, and Obi helped Adiaze's family fetch firewood, weed the garden, and repair the leaking roof of their hut. Adiaze liked him, but never asked where he came from. She loved him for his heart, not his clothes. One evening, a terrible storm destroyed many homes in the village. Obi sold his last small bag of cowries to buy food for Adiaze's mother. When she found out, she wept and said, "You are poor, but your heart is richer than gold." Obi smiled, hiding his royal secret. The truth revealed. After many moons, the king sent guards to search for the missing prince. When they found Obi in the village, they knelt before him, calling him "Your Highness." The whole village was shocked. Adiaze dropped her calabash, unable to speak. Obi looked at her and said, "I am still the same man who carried firewood for you. Will you still love me now that you know who I am?" Adiaze bowed her head and said, "I loved the man, not the crown. My heart has not changed." The Wedding of True Love. Prince Obi took Adiaze to the palace. The king and queen welcomed her with drums, songs, and dancing. The palace was decorated with red and gold Ankara, and the people of Umuzu celebrated for 7 days. Obi and Adiaze were married under the great baobab tree where the prince once prayed for true love. The old griots sang, "True love is not found in gold or crowns, but in a heart that gives." And from that day, their love became a legend told across the land.